Boys, trade recap for today. Today is November 4th, the day before the election goes off. Didn't trade today. Not going to trade tomorrow either because tomorrow is actually election day. De-risking for the next days. I told myself on Friday I'm not going to risk or put any money on the table because, as you can see, what the fuck is this, bro? I could have honestly made this trade. Would have it was an A plus setup right here. I could have taken it, but honestly, I stick to myself. I know what if I tell myself I'm gonna do something, I stick to it, and I continue to say truth to myself. So if I say something, I'm gonna do it. So as you can see, we had a pre-market highs right here. This is also internal resting liquidity. These are the um, external resting liquidity right here. But besides the point, we had a bunch of resting sell side liquidity all the way over here. Um, as you can see, we market open, we came down, swept these internal resting liquidity from October 31st. After that, I wanted to see instant rejection. Honestly, if you traded turtle soups, you caught this move all the way to pre-market highs, dude. You fucking banked off that shit. But what I did is I saw that we had a 5 minute fair value gap, and I want to see a retracement into that 5 minute. Usually, when it's a bigger, or actually, this is an inverse fair value gap. I apologize, but usually, if it's a bigger fair value gap, I instead of using the 50% mark, I use the Fibonacci retracement tool on the wrong way. The Fibonacci retracement tool on the 75% mark. As you can see, what ended up happening is we hit the 75% mark, and boom, right off of that, rejected it on the 5 minute. If you go on the 1 minute time frame, let's see what happened. So 1 minute time frame, as you can see, this is the whole 5 minute move right here, right here, 5 minute move. Fibonacci retracement tool to the 75% mark, boom, right off of that. So first off, three confluences to the upside. So we have a resting internal liquidity sweep. We have a 5 minute fair value gap, and then also a Fibonacci retracement back into that 75% mark. So boom, right off of that. Targeted pre-market highs, smacked perfectly. Um, like I said, paper trade, nothing crazy. I wasn't looking to make a move today. I genuinely thought we are just gonna chop right off the market open. Fortunately we did not. We did not chop right off the market open. I wish I took this move, but like I said, I stay true to myself. Friday and Thursday, I realized something. And it's that it's actually not that bad to trade off of pre-market. So we're gonna go back into to Friday, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. Because even though it doesn't really align with my rules and a lot of other ICT traders' rules, however, it's possible because all of these concepts, these smart money concepts, work for pre-market and post-market. So these work for London session, these work for Asia sessions. I usually don't. I never once traded um, any other session besides a New York session for futures. I used to trade back in the day. I used to trade forex. I used to trade London session and Asia session. God, I'm fucking glad I don't do that shit anymore because that was brain rot, man. But besides the point, as you can see, right over here we have this internal resting liquidity, that all of this shit that we swept over here, boom, and then we have a fair value gap here too. I think it's on the 1 minute time frame, if I remember correctly. Yeah, perfectly. 1 minute fair value gap right here. So if you go back, or I'm sorry, 1 hour fair value gap. So if you go back on the 1 minute time frame, we swept all this, and then you want to see it moved down to the downside. Boom, retracement back into that fair value gap, and then I literally targeted the news low. That's a perfect trade. That's a 1 to 3.5 trade. Like, come on. Yeah, it might not be logical. It might not make sense sometimes, but you could definitely catch moves during pre-market if it aligns with your plan. Why not? Like, obviously, you're not gonna have all the volatility within it. As you can see, pre-market not really volatile. We're seeing close to 1.3K, 600, 500, 800. Once market opens, boom. Um, right off of that, once we swept this low, I wanted to see sweep even lower. And then this is actually the trade I took. Oh, this is a paper trade. I'm sorry, this is Friday. This is the paper trade I took. This is the paper trade I took on Friday. I on Fridays, if you don't know already, Fridays I don't really trade using actual money. I just do back testing, forward testing while I'm at work. Besides the point. So what happens? We swept these lows right here, play around a little bit. We have this 5-minute fair value gap. Or actually that wasn't a fair 5-minute. 3-minute maybe. Yep, 3-minute fair value gap. Go back over here, and boom, targeted a 4 hour the entrance of a 4-hour fair value gap. So as you can see, this is the 4-hour fair value gap right here. I targeted the entrance of it, and boom, just like that. I did also want to go into to show you guys on Thursday as well that I did this, but I didn't tell you guys on the video on the trade recap video because how well this actually played out, and I was just kind of back testing and doing more research on it to see if this pre-market trading actually works. But so what do we see here? 2-hour fair value gap, and then price came back into it instantly. I'm looking, okay, Brett, okay, perfect, we're gonna want to see a rejection off of that. What ended up happening? Rejection, boom, retrace back into it. A fair value gap. This is actually an inverse fair value gap, as you can see. Inverse fair value gap, retracement back into this fair value gap, and then boom, market opens. I targeted resting internal liquidity right here. Boom, and then this is where market opens, and then you could see where I took where I took my loss. If you go back in the video from Thursday, you could see the loss that I took. So let's see how this worked out. So obviously super bearish day today. Fucking today, Thursday. What ended up happening? Boom, I saw this 1-minute fair value gap, or I think it was a 5-minute fair value gap. Like, okay, great, I'm gonna target these highs right here. What ended up happening as I just kept on going lower. So obviously Thursday wasn't the best day today. Fuck, why do I keep on saying today? Tweaking. But yeah, so trade recap for today. Like I said, didn't put money on the table. If you want to be profitable, you're gonna have days like this where you're not gonna be trading. You're going to be if you want to be a profitable trader, if you want to be a trader who does this for a living, you have to know when the market conditions are the right, if you're looking at the right conditions or not. You're not gonna be um going out in shorts and in a t-shirt and sunglasses with fucking sunscreen on in the middle of winter when it's 20 degrees out, when it's snowing out. You have to understand when the right time is. Yeah, wearing shorts is great. You have to wear them at the right time. If you wear them in the summertime, great, no problem. If you wear in the wintertime, you're gonna be freezing your fucking balls off. You need to understand when are the right market conditions. If there's high impact news day, lower your risk. If there's no news Mondays, lower your risk. If there's no news Fridays, lower your risk. If there's medium news, okay, great. You could trade. That's perfect market conditions. If there's super high impact news, such as tomorrow, we have the election. That's very high impact news. So you're gonna tell me that you're gonna fucking full port longs on NQ when you don't even understand the market conditions that you're in. So realize that. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Trump 2024. I'll see you guys. Peace out.